Hey guys, what's up? I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. Um, there's a lot of stuff that's happened. Working a lot, loss of a family member. So I really haven't had the time to be messing with anything. And when I do, I just don't record it. I gotta try reminding myself to record some more. Um, just with working, it's kind of hard working. What is it? 6 days a week. What? Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, 6 days a week. Um, my only day off is on Sundays, and at that time, it's either I don't want to do nothing because it's my day to relax, or I've got other stuff to do, and I just don't have the time to tinker with stuff and record it. If I'm gonna fix something, I ain't got the time to record it too at the same time because I'm trying to get it done within that day so I can get whatever the purpose of that machine is to use it, like the lawnmower, weed whacker, power washer, vehicle. I'm trying to get it all done in that day. And if you know how YouTube is, it's time consuming when you record. You got to make sure you've got the camera set up right, good audio, good lighting. Um, you're trying to show your audience what you're doing at the time. So, with only having Sunday off, I haven't been recording nothing I work on. I've worked on some stuff, but not much. Uh, I just got to get on a better, like, schedule of recording. Like, maybe if I get done early on Saturdays, when I get back and I have something to work on, I can start working on it Saturday night, and then come Sunday morning, I can finish recording plus fixing that item. At the same time, too, I gotta get more stuff. I've kind of ran out of stuff to work on. Not having a vehicle right now to haul stuff with, it's hard to get it. Having just a regular car, you ain't gonna fit much in it. That's it's small. So anytime I come across stuff for free anymore, I just don't stop and pick it up because I ain't got the vehicle to haul it back home with. But that's gonna change. I've got another vehicle now that I'm working on because it doesn't run, but that I can haul stuff bigger than like a little like a push mower or a weed whacker. Bigger stuff like riding lawnmowers. I can do a push mower right now, but it tears up the back of the car, so I try not picking those up so much with it. And the only one I've hauled is mine, and it tears up the back. You're putting a lot of weight down on that storage box, so you're just tearing the car up. Where the vehicle I'm getting now, I'll be able to haul stuff like that again. And it's just really trying to find stuff. I've been searching, and I haven't came across really anything good to go pick up. I don't see lawnmowers, snow blowers, power washers, any type of lawn equipment that, small engine. I haven't seen much of those posted anymore, during the wintertime maybe, especially snow blowers, because people, they get them, they use them once, then they don't run come the next year, so they just throw them out for free. Uh, I've got one that I worked on. It runs now. Uh, Worked on a power washer. It runs now too. Uh, them two, I wish I could I wish I could have recorded those two for you guys. The snowblower was the whole process. If you know snowblowers, and not all of them, but how some of them have to come apart to get to certain things, I had to do basically a full teardown on the snowblower. You know, I had to take all the plastics off. I had to take every single bolt and nut off just to get to the stuff that I needed. I needed into the carburetor wasn't so bad. The gas tank, though, it was fun getting that gas tank off, and the carburetor was okay, but there is some stuff you have to take off just to get to it, including a big plastic piece just to get to the carburetor. But I had to get into whatever they call it, the coil or magneto, whichever one it is. I'm pretty sure it's magneto, though, because it runs off of that wheel spinning across it, magnet. I had to get into that. That there required everything other than the actual metal frame of the snowblower to come apart. I had to take off the chute. I had to take the plastic off that covered up the chute. I had to take off the starter. I had to take off the pull start also, because it's an electric start. So not only do you got pull start, you got the starter, and you know have to take both of those off just to get to the magneto. Along with it was easier with the gas tank off, but I had the gas tank on. But I was able to get to the 1 bolt to get the what you would call the cover or whatever that covers the magneto. There was a whole bunch of stuff that had to come off for it, but I really wish I would have recorded that one for you guys, because that there was a long process, something I've never done before, but I got it done. Would I want to do a snowblower again like that? No. It takes up too much time. That there should have been a simple carburetor off, back in if the magneto needed cleaned, easy to get to the magneto, where this, it was basically a million parts everywhere. I haven't even found the rest of the bolts. And I had put the bolts in a certain spot, and I have not found the rest of them. So it's a hassle. It's one of those things that if you're going to take it apart, you bag it and tag it, not just put the bolts inside of a lid or something that comes off of it, because sitting in the shed, it gets knocked over. Well, then you don't realize it got knocked over, and all those bolts come up missing, or a few come up missing, and I think that's what happened. I had them sitting in the metal piece for the exhaust, and after that, they came up missing. I even lost a 10 mil socket for the first time working on it. I had it using it on it when I first took it apart, because where I put it back in my toolbox, went to finish putting it together, or well, not really putting it together, taking it apart again to get down to more stuff. Could not find the 10 mil. First time losing one. But just how dirty the carburetor and the gas tank on it was is probably what would have made the video really hit off, because you would have seen how the carburetor looked, and also how the gas tank looked, and even it's kind of like a filter, but it's also a screen. It threads into the gas tank for the gas line to connect to. All that stuff was rusted. The water had got in the gas tank, so the gas tank started to rust. That screen had a whole bunch of rust on it. The carburetor was full of rust. So, and even the magneto was pretty covered in rust. I had to use the electric start to help out. I took a wire brush and just held it up against the flywheel and pushed the button for the starter to sit there and spin and clean it, because that would have been time consuming to sit there and keep brush, turn, brush, So I just use the electric starter to help there. The power washer, I could have recorded it, but it not really much like record worthy. All I had to do was just clean the carburetor out a little bit again. The pull string is a little messed up. That's something I gotta replace. Is the pull starter? One of the well, for one, the spring was broke, so I had to kind of mess with getting that spring rebent to where it pulls the string back down when you pull it. I mean, that could have been something I could have recorded because not a lot of people know how to mess with those springs, especially when they unravel on you. They're dangerous. Don't get me wrong. It came up and hit me in the face, but thank God I was able to get back a little bit when it hit me in the face, so it wasn't as bad. But when they break, you kind of play the guessing game of which way it needs to be bent. So it's a lot of heating the spring up, bending it, heating the spring up again, bending it. If you don't get the bend just right the first time, it's break the spring off, break the spring again, break it off where you just bent it. Heat it up, bend it the opposite way, it's they're hard to deal with, but it can be done. Depending on how, like, if the spring doesn't have much tension left in it, it's not gonna work like it should. You can always cut your string down for the pull starter, but the less string you have, the shorter of a pull you have. So it's a little bit harder to start something when you got that short pull because you can't get it to spin around all the way. I've got a weed whacker like that. I had to cut the string down because I had to cut the spring a couple times because I couldn't get the bend just right. So it's a short throw, and it takes a couple of just little tiny pulls to get it to start. But one of the ears, or however you say it, ears, whatever, that fling out when you pull that string, I put it back in there when I got done with it, but when I went to pull start it, it fell out again, and I didn't know I had the bolt tightened down all the way to hold the pull start onto the metal. I couldn't tighten it anymore. If I did, it would be too tight that you wouldn't be able to pull it. So I just got to replace that. I've been, let's see, I've got a weed whacker I need to work on. I just need to fix the carburetor or just replace it. And new gas lines. Someone didn't realize how it hooked up for the gas lines, and they just drilled a hole straight into the metal plate that sits on top of the carburetor for the diaphragm, and that's where they had the gas line running to. It was like, that's not how that goes. It's not going to work. I've got another weed whacker that I'm letting a friend use right now until I get this one fixed, because the one I'm gonna fix is a Craftsman. The one that I'm letting him use is a Stihl. So once I get the Craftsman fixed, he can have it. I want the Stihl back. I might make a video, maybe, if you guys like it, reorganizing the shed. I've organized it a couple times, but again, with work, I use a tool, I need another tool, and then I need another tool. So instead of just putting the tool that I just got done using back in its spot, I just sit it down on the workbench, grab the other tool, sit it down on the workbench, grab another tool, so on and so forth. Just keep sitting it on the workbench, grab the other tool, because it's like, okay, I might need that one again here in a few seconds, so I'm just going to leave it here out in the open instead of putting it back down here and having to get it out again. Got some stuff I need to get out of the shed to have more room. I've got let's see, 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 power washers in the shed now. 3 of them are mine. 1 is the neighbor's. I gotta get it fixed for him. That's another thing, I could record that too, if you guys would want, is just replacing the pump on a power washer. I mean, probably something you guys know how to do, or pretty simple, but there's different ways of replacing a pump. You could either do the whole pump itself, or you could do the part where the hoses connect to, and that's what I have to replace on, is just where the hose connect to. That's been a fight, because I have just that bottom piece from a power washer of mine, but the wouldn't really call it washers. I want to say it's something to direct the water in the right spot, because if you hook a hose up to it right now, it just shoots water out the side. Where the pump that came off of it had these copper, like, kind of like washers, but they're not really washers. They're like fittings that have O-rings on them. But the piece that I have is too small. It's not a thick enough wall for those to fit in. So I've been trying to figure out what I can do there. Been looking online, seeing if I can find ones that are shorter to make it work. And then once I do that, I'm just going to let him keep that piece and, not charge him for that piece at all. I'll just charge him for what it was for fixing it. Then I'll just go ahead and order another piece like that for mine, since I know what to do with it now. Because that's the problem I was having with mine too, that I took it off of. The same thing is the pump. Well, that bottom piece, it's the right one, but it's just not quite OEM. It doesn't, not everything in it fits like it should from factory, even though that it's the same design, it's the same, same setup. It's like what I just took off of there. So I'll do that. That one I'll sell. I've got one right now, it works, that just leaks a little bit of water. But it's ready to sell. So it's up to you guys. If you want to see those type of videos, I can do it. If not, then I won't. Like I said, I know they're going to be kind of boring, and I know, to me, that's not really what I want to watch. So I'm pretty sure you guys wouldn't want to watch it too. But if so, I'd make a video for you about it. But it's just simple, bolt on, and it's done. It's not something, that needs cleaned or taken apart and that. Where once I start getting more stuff in, and depending on what's wrong with it, is if I'll record it or not. Anything that, needs taken apart, needs cleaned, stuff like that, I'll do that. I might start recording, working on the vehicle that I've got now. I've still got my car that I need to, my car, right now. Well, technically it's my car too. I'm the one that helped you, well, not really helped, but paid for us, to get it. But my mom's car's in her name. But my actual car, I need to get it fixed too. I've got all the parts out here underneath my kitchen table. It's just waiting for the right time to do it. It's one of those things where it's going to be a process. So when you work 6 days a week, you really don't want to do it, really. You get home every day, you're tired. Your only day off, you're still tired. You're trying to relax. You're trying to get some rest before you have to go back to work the next day. And, work however late, till you're done delivering, So, like I said, I might record those. Um, if not, I mean, I could always record the process of them running, or I could start even recording going out and getting this stuff, like come across something free, make a video and be like, hey guys, I'm on my way to pick this up, come with me, uh, you know, enjoy the ride with me, that type of stuff. And you get to see me load it up in the vehicle and bring it back home, unload it, maybe tinker with it a little bit to see what's wrong with it, put some gas in it, see if it starts off right away. If not, spray some carb cleaner, brake cleaner, whatever in there, see if it starts off like that. If so, then it's like, okay, just, carb clean, that's all it needs. Where if not, it's like, okay, we need to really look into it. But it's, like I said, it's up to you guys. I know I've been mumble jumbling for at least 21 minutes now. So I'm going to end this video. Like I said, just let me know what you guys want. Let me know what you want to see. If you want to see the boring stuff that I do, I can do that too. If you want to see nothing but full teardowns and cleaning just to get something started, then that's what I'll stick to also. Or like I said, even just organizing the shed some. If you guys want to see that, it'd be like, tidy up or something would be the title, whatever I want to put that day. So I hope I can start making videos again. I know it's been a while since I made the last one, and those videos did decent. They could have done better, but I know at the same time too, I ain't got many subscribers yet, so we'll get there. But like I said, for those that are subscribed, you let me know what you want to see, and that's what I'll do. But like I said, I'm ending this video. I've been rambling too much. See you later.